everybody, it's Kim Hawk and it is June 30th, 2023, and I'm in my Near Disney YouTube studio right here in Central Florida, and I'm so grateful because we do this show every Friday, and many times we're doing videos in regard to the 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. But one of our viewers, Robert, asked me as the fairy godmother of real estate to recommend what I think are the 4 best homes that are available for sale. Now, not all of these are my listings, but I've been able to have a good conversation with the listing agents and got their permission to show what I believe, if I was looking in these 4 categories, which homes that I would be doing. And it's wonderful because Robert gave me 4 categories to consider. One was if you are a new first-time home buyer. Second was a property that had a good amount of land on it. The third was luxury, high-end properties. And then walkability, those properties that you could walk to a bustling downtown. And so it was very exciting for me. And what we're going to do now is we're going to show some of the pictures from these agents. And if there's any questions, anything that we can help you with, my Realtor Dream Team, we would love to show you any of these properties. And so let's get started with the show. Let's start with property number 1. So luxury. When I look at Central Florida and I think of luxury, there's certain areas, one of which is going to be over in Windermere. And there's an area called the Reserve at Lake Butler Sound. So let's review David's listing that he has over there. This property, the reason why that I would pick this, I think if you're going to be spending up in this price point, you're going to be at just below $8 million, and you've got 8,330 square feet. Now, what I'm looking for is if I'm going to be close to $8 million, am I on the water in Central Florida? And guess what? Yes, you are. Look at some of these incredible views that he's got going on over here. It has got a guarded gate. A lot of people with the luxury, they want to have that security of a guarded gate area. This area is called the Reserve at Lake Butler Sound, and it's on the Butler Chain of Lakes. So for those of you that are moving from outside of the state, the Butler Chain of Lakes is absolutely exquisite. Now, this property was also renovated quite a bit in 2021. It's got 6 bedrooms, 7.5 baths. It's got that cool infinity edge pull that a lot of people like, and a cabana house. So when you're looking for a wonderful high-end property with, obviously you're going to have high-end appliances, all the beautiful things like, you've got wonderful en-suites, you've got gorgeous views of the water, but you're also going to be looking for potentially like a boat dock. And this one does have a boat dock. It's 26 by 27, and it's got a power lift, sensational views. It's actually additional features, multiple fireplaces, 4-bay side entry garage. So many times people that are in this price point have cars that they like to protect, and this one would have that as well. So a lot of new things that you would want to have in place, like hot water heaters, they've got a gas generator, and just some things that you just kind of expect in this price point. So let us know if we can help you. These type of properties will be asking for a pre-qual letter or proof of funds in order to gain access. Obviously, security is important to these folks, but look no further than the Reserve at Lake Butler Sound. We would love to show you this if you have an interest in Central Florida and looking for that type of square feet. And once again, I want to say a special thank you, yes, to David Dorman, because he is allowing these photos, and it looks great. Looks really great, David. Okay, so now the next property that I want to talk to you about is something that has a lot of land, because Robert, who had inquired about us during the show, I immediately thought of St. Cloud. So hopefully I'm going to show you some video about St. Cloud. St. Cloud is an area on the outer perimeter of that 25-mile radius, but those folks tend to want to have more acreage, right? And so that's very important to them. So this beauty at 6979 Big Bend Drive in St. Cloud was built in 2022. So it's a fairly, that's pretty new, right? And it's 2,266 square feet. And look at this construction. It's just finished. It has got 1.6 acres. Guys, 1.6 acres. And look at the price tag. It's $699,999. So for you, $1 shy today, we can buy this property for less than $700,000. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Beautiful. It's got that ranch feel. And so there's no HOA. I find a lot of times when people want a lot of land, they don't want to have a homeowners association because they kind of want to have their space and do what they want to do. You normally will find in Central Florida, that's a septic tank and all that kind of good stuff. But with it being so new, you would talk to us, me and my dream team, in regard to what type of inspections you would want, because obviously you're going to check the septic tank and stuff. But with a 2022 build, I'm not expecting a lot of challenges. Now, I will say it's wonderful that I've been asked to kind of give it the bibbity bobbity boo approval, stamp of approval, but I'm always going to say I want you to have a Florida licensed inspector, whether you work with us or another agent. Make sure that they do inspections for you, because I'm going to recommend these houses, but I'm also going to tell you that these houses, I would still want a Florida licensed inspector to go in and check them out, and then double check square feet and all that stuff that we normally typically would do for you if you work with us. Okay, so that is St. Cloud. And I want to thank Susan Soto from that. She's representing that property. And Susan, I think you've got a winner there. Would love to bring a buyer to you as well. And let us talk about, this is one of my listings. So I want to, thank our team. But when we talk about walkability, what does that mean? Walkability means that you are close to a bustling downtown, not a strip mall. I'm talking about a downtown that might have like a post office. It's got a little grocery store. It's got, it's got wonderful restaurants. It's got a diner. It's got coffee shops, ice cream parlor, retail, Market Street Gallery. It's got multiple restaurants. And then it's also fairly close to maybe a golf course. So you can go to the clubhouse, a library, walkable, the ability to get on your bicycle and ride. That is what happened when Walt Disney built a town in Central Florida. It's called Celebration. Jane Eisner, the wife of Michael Eisner, is the one that named this town. And it's lovely. I've been a resident here since the beginning with my family. And what happens is you can find in the main village of Celebration, main village, you are definitely walkable because you can roll out of bed and you can get down to the farmer's market that happens on Sundays, or you can get to the swimming pool area, the tennis courts. You can get to the Columbia restaurant, Reggiano's Italian restaurant, downtown diner Celebration, fabulous, the Wine Emporium. There's bars downtown. The Town Tavern is like our Cheers. It's wonderful. Avocados, Mexican restaurant, Starbucks, lots of good stuff. And so people do not want to sell their properties here. They love it, especially when the pandemic happened and everything was open. They love being able to walk outside. There's an incredible hospital that looks like a resort that's in the town of Celebration. It's easy, almost like a private road almost, to get to the Disney parks. We go on World Drive versus being on I-4, and it's easy from the airport too. Actually, a lot of people say they don't even necessarily need a car here, especially when you have a condo like this that we're looking at, 500 Marisol, unit 310. The price point is only $707,000. That's really great for Celebration because over 2,000 square feet, all in one floor. And it has a garage and it has an extra parking spot. They have a concierge with that condo group, especially if you're traveling a lot. Some people are looking for a second home, or sometimes this could be a legacy home. What do I mean by that? A legacy home is where a family buys something and they never want to sell it. They want to hand it down to their kids and their grandkids because they know that, hey, if we have a property on Disney property, because people that bought it in Celebration were buying from the Disney organization, that it's going to be a place that the grandkids and the great-grandkids can come visit. So let's look at this one. Completely remodeled. That's why one of the reasons I love it too. It was built in 2002, but it looks like it was just built just now, right? Because the interior, everything's been redone. The ceiling on this unit is 2 stories. Unbelievable, right? And it's got the most beautiful sunset views that are coming from 500 Marisol. And it also, sometimes you'll see reflections of fireworks when you're looking at this. It's called the bridge, the iconic bridge. There's nothing like it. Very difficult to find 3-bedroom condos in Celebration, but let alone over 2,000 square feet all on one floor. It's very, very difficult. So we would love to talk to you about this property. That is my pick for Walkability, and hopefully we're showing you some videos in regard to the town of Celebration. But you can always go to our Near Disney YouTube channel and pull up specific videos, because right now we have covered St. Cloud, there's a video. We've covered Windermere, there's a video. Celebration, there's a video. And guess what? We're getting ready to show you our 4th pick for the week. Have you heard of Mount Dora? Love, love Mount Dora. So just recently, World Atlas did they ranked the top small town downtowns, and Mount Dora got 3rd, and the entire state Celebration got 1st. I love Mount Dora, and I cannot wait to introduce you to some friends of mine a little bit later that own a wonderful award-winning location in Mount Dora. But let's talk about 3700 Holly Grove Lane in Mount Dora. It's my pick, as well as Ryan Wanzik from my team, my Realtor Dream Team. This house is an excellent first-time home buyer house. Yes, it is 1,672 square feet. It was built in 2020, and the price tag is $379,500. It's 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. Now, first-time home buyers, what do I like? Why do I like this? Well, I like it for many, many reasons, but when you look at a house built in 2020, I'm also going to make sure with my team that if you work with us, we are going to get you a 1-year home warranty. But you kind of anticipate, look at that roof. That roof looks pretty great. In the state of Florida, you always want to make sure if you're buying something, if that roof is getting close to the 10-year mark, you got to be careful because it can be very expensive for insurance. So at least I know this roof has got quite a ways to go. And most people, when you're a first-time home buyer, you're normally going to maybe stay in the house for 5 years, 7 years, something like that. So this should work. This house is also all on one floor, which is great for resale. We find a lot of baby boomers want to come down here. This house doesn't necessarily have to be for a first-time home buyer, but there's great programs available right now. I think Ryan and I are going to talk about that a little bit more for you. But there are lenders now, as long as you are employed by a Florida-based employer, they will potentially get you into a home with 1% down, and that lender will potentially pay 2%. So you've got 3% in it. So very little money down. This house is on a corner lot, and just look at the nice upgrades on it. It looks like it's brand new. So for a first-time home buyer who I do not want to have a lot of headaches because they're not used to possibly maintaining a home, now you add the fact that Mount Dora is right in your backyard, and you've got all these beautiful lakes, and you've got the downtown. And what I'm also looking at is the homeowners association here is very low. It's only $80 a month. And what that does, that allows you not to have the expense of having your own private pool. Now everybody kind of collects their money together so that you can have a recreation area and you share the expenses. But this one's got sleek cabinetry, you've got a 2-car garage, and the location is fabulous. That's my heart for this week, June 30th. And if anybody has any requests for some upcoming videos, let me know what categories you're most interested in. So right now we hit my favorite luxury that's on the market right now, my favorite walkable, my favorite first-time home buyer, and my favorite, the one that has the most land. So there you go. The fairy godmother of real estate. That is my bibbidi bobbidi boo support on that one. And I did want to thank in Mount Dora, I wanted to thank Summer Douglas. She's the one that's representing that property. And like I said, give us a call if you are a buyer looking for someplace, or if you potentially have a property you might want to sell. Love to give you my recommendations on what price point you can be at and the marketing strategy that we should use in order to get your house sold. All right. Well, anyway, have a great week, and stay tuned for the video of something very exciting that's in Mount Dora. Okay. Bye-bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.